Hey guys, welcome to a What's for Dinner video where I give you tips on what to make for dinner. These recipes are easy, they are hopefully budget friendly, and they are some of our favorites. So let's get into it. This very first idea is lamb curry, and I started out by just braising my onions and garlic and then adding some tomato paste. I then added my cloves, my bay leaves, and I'm going to add the spices which you will see on screen. Now, I am in no way a professional chef or anything like that, but I do like trying new recipes, playing around with recipes, and just adding my own twist to it. So this was actually my first time making sugar beans curry, and it was just a very nostalgic recipe because my grandmother used to make it all the time and I absolutely loved it. So this was me just, trying my hand at it. I added my lamb pieces, got some water in there and let that go. Added my beans, coriander, and then it was time to plate up. So I just served it with plain white rice. I am not a roti girl. And some butternut. This butternut is actually from the new veg, which is frozen individual portions of vegetables, which is perfect for my husband and I, as fresh vegetables always tend to go bad very quickly. And those were our plates. It was absolutely delicious. 10 out of 10. The next dinner idea is a classic with a shortcut. On this night, I was craving good old hake, mashed potato and tomato smoothie, but I took a shortcut by using these oven crisp fillets which I threw into the air fryer. I then got started on my mashed potatoes, just cut that into small cubes and got that into salted boiling water. I then started on my smoothie. Now for the tomatoes, you can dice it up fine, you can cut it up chunky. I like my smoothie a bit chunky, so I left it at that size. I then got started on my onions, which I was going to braise with some garlic, which you'll see in a minute. I always add tomato paste to my tomato bases just to add that extra tomato flavor. So I cooked that down, got my tomatoes in, and then I just broke it up with my spatula. Once my potatoes were nice and soft, I drained it, added some butter, some milk, I spiced it, and I got mashing. Towards the end of my smoothie, I added coriander, and then it was time to plate up. I absolutely loved this dinner because it was just so easy to make, but it was really, really good. This recipe is a classic and you can't go wrong. I started with the OG base of onions, garlic and tomato paste. I got that all nice and brown and mixed together before adding my mince. My mince was slightly frozen, so do forgive me. I then started seasoning this by adding aromat, my hot seasoning from Woolies, steak and chops, paprika, Italian herbs, but you can add what you like. I'll usually add Worcester sauce and tomato sauce and sweet chili for my base or to make my Bolognese sauce thick or saucy. But on this night I actually tried something new, and it was this charred sauce by In Apartments. It was actually really, really good, and again another shortcut. I then added in my pasta and let that simmer for a while. For my white sauce, I melted down some butter, added some flour, whisked it to form a paste while my flour cooked out, and then I added some milk to form a thick paste. Added more milk, and that's how I make my white sauce. Of course, I seasoned my white sauce. Come on, guys. You cannot not season your white sauce. I got my pasta mixture into my baking dish, and then I topped it with my white sauce and, of course, added some cheese on top. I put that into the oven just until my cheese was nice and brown, and this was the final result. So delicious. I feel like this week was a week of nostalgic dishes because this is another dish my mother used to make all the time, but she used to make it in an agila pot in the microwave, so I tried my hand at this on the stove. You know the base, I went in with my chicken pieces, which are obviously seasoned before the time, and then I just added some water so that could start cooking. Once my chicken was nice and brown, I added in my chopped up carrots as well as potato cubes. I added some stock pot, a little bit more water, and then I let that go. And honestly guys, that is it. You can season to your liking. You can I added a little bit of chutney. You can do the same. But this was dinner guys, quick, easy. I served it with some white rice and that was it. 10 out of 10. Now this last dinner is something that I completely made up. That's where it got its name, Throw It Together Chicken Dinner. But it was so good guys. I started by butterflying 4 chicken fillets. Mine were still a bit frozen again. I then seasoned this with some aromat, some paprika, some Cajun seasoning, some pepper. I did this to both sides. I braised it a bit before adding it to my slow cooker. As you can see, it has a nice sear on it, and the idea was not to cook it, just to get some color on it. Once all my fillets were added, I then threw in some chicken and mushroom soup mixed up with some warm water, and I let that go. In this pan, I braised off some onion, red pepper, mushrooms, some sun-dried tomatoes, and then I let that cook. And very close to the end, I added in some fresh cream. As you can see here, it thickened up so nicely. I also just showed that to show that it was still a bit raw, but this dinner was absolutely amazing. You can add whatever veggies you would like to add to this. Go crazy with it. Add whatever spices you'd like. It's all